Hey Ellie, I'm Chelsea. I'm going to ask you a few questions about your volunteer experience with VCV.
Hey, sounds good.
Okay, perfect. So first, where are you from?
I'm from New Zealand actually, yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And how long did you volunteer with VCV?
I was here about 6 weeks.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
okay. And how long have you been in Vietnam?
I've been in Vietnam about 5 months now, yeah,
Okay,
5 months.
wonderful. And VCV was the first part of your trip in Vietnam?
I did a little bit of travelling and then I came up to Hanoi and came to VCV.
Okay, wonderful. And before coming to VCV, did you have any teaching experience?
I had a little bit of tutoring experience that I'd done when I was at university, but no experience teaching English.
Okay. And what was your experience teaching with VCV?
I really enjoyed it. Like, part of the reason that I wanted to come to VCV first was so that I could get some teaching experience because I knew I wanted to stay here and teach English. So I think it was a really good way for me to learn some English skills, and there were so many other volunteers that really helped me, and all of the students, both the child's classes and the adult classes, were fantastic, and all the students were really lovely. So it was really good.
Wonderful. And how did you feel about the students? Like you said, you really enjoyed working with them. Were you able to make friends with the adult students, and what did you think of the children?
Yeah, I think especially with the adult students, I think it's not really just a teacher-student situation. It really is like a community situation. So you really make friends, and we got to go on weekly outings with them. So you get to really bond with them. You know, it's not just teaching them; it's actually getting to know them and talk to them and become friends with them. And yeah, a few of them I've seen since I've finished volunteering here. So that's really lovely.
Oh wow, that's very nice. And what did you think about living in the apartment and the area around the apartment?
I really like living in the apartment. When I was here, all of the volunteers were fantastic. It honestly has been one of the best things I've done since I've been travelling, which has been about 10 months now. So yeah, and all of the other volunteers were just so lovely and so welcoming, and it really did just feel like a family, and it was just so comfortable and nice to be around everyone. Yeah.
Okay, that's so good to hear. And what was it like to live with the other volunteers? Was it a diverse group from lots of different places?
Yeah, I think it was quite diverse. Yeah, I think we had Australians, people from England, Canada, America, all over, Ireland. So it was very diverse. Everyone had their different opinions and very different personalities. But then we all sort of gelled at the same time. So it was quite nice getting to hear about different people's situations and where they've come from, and learn different things from different people.
And in terms of the ages of the volunteers, were the ages of the volunteers diverse as well?
When I was here, they were all roughly my age,
Okay.
so sort of mid to late 20s, most of them, yeah.
Very nice, okay. And you mentioned outings, the weekly outings with the students and the volunteers. Did you have a specific outing that you really enjoyed?
Oh, yes, I did. I'm trying to remember. We went out to this lake. I can't remember what it's called, but it was just so lovely to get out in nature and get away from the city, and just we just made sort of some picnicky food, and it was just really lovely being out in nature like that. That was my favourite, and we got to motorbike out there with the students. So
Oh wow, okay.
Lots of fun.
So you rode on the bikes with the students?
Yeah, so that was
Okay.
really cool, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And while you're at VCV, you get the food is taken care of for you by Miss Hay and her staff. What did you think of the food?
I thought the food was delicious. It was such a highlight. When I stayed here, we would always talk about the food. And for me, I've got special dietary requirements, and they really catered for that really well. So that was amazing. I'm so grateful for that.
Okay. And so after you did VCV, you decided to stay in Hanoi.
Mm-hmm.
What was VCV a factor in that decision to stay in Hanoi?
I'd already sort of planned on staying. When I did come up to Hanoi and come to VCV,
Yeah.
it was with the intention to teach afterwards. But the fact that I made such good friends here, and a lot of them were staying on, really
Yeah.
solidified that. It made me be yes, Hanoi is a place I'll stay and teach English, whereas
Yeah.
otherwise I might have gone somewhere else to teach. So yeah, definitely had a factor in that.
Do you have, what is some things about Hanoi that you really enjoy?
I really love all the lakes. I think that's really beautiful, especially Hong Kong Lake. When you go on the weekend, it's all closed off, and it's so busy and there's so many people, but at the same time it's quite peaceful, and I quite like that, and it's very diverse. And I think the people in Hanoi are very lovely. I've met both when I was at VCV and since VCV, I've met such like lovely Vietnamese people, as well as the fact that there's quite a big expat community here, so you can meet like a lot of people from your own countries as well. So yeah, it's really cool.
And then, do you think, so you think you'll stay in Vietnam for a while? After you go home, do you think you'll return?
I'm not planning on returning just because I've got other things planned. I've actually got somewhere else I'm planning on moving to the UK and later on in the year. But I definitely will be back in Vietnam at some stage. I really love it here.
Okay, wonderful. And is there a favorite part of volunteering with VCV that you had?
I loved all of it, but I think it was just meeting the people. Like, to me, that's the main thing, like, in general with travelling or experiences, is the people you meet. And I think, I just met such lovely people, and people that when I go to their countries, I'll go visit them and catch up with them, and that's just so lovely, I think. I think that's the one main thing I'll take away, and I think I'm really grateful for.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much for your time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.